perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is set. 19. 54 miles. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now a first down throw. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
I'm here all day. We're going to 53.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Push him back. Push him back. Here we go, 46. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man. It's Williams. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
A gain of 15.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm on.
From the 39, Watson. He's got it to Hilton. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Let's go.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's got Jack Doyle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Second down and goal. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's third and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Watson on third and goal. He can run, and the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the 29, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike, check. 50. Kill.
Prescott from the gun on third. He is going to find Hill here. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Dallas.
Listen, 19! 54 Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On first and 10, Watson. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jack Doyle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMario Davis, his 2nd sack of the night. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's a screen play left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Kill.
They're still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here we go, 47.
Mike's 50. Mike.
26.
Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, it's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31-32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Strong right. Even. 4 down, even.
47. 26.
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Andy Lee now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll run the screen with Carson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tight right, tight right. We got 4.
Throwing, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
3rd and 17.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
10-24. 10-24.
Check. Bravo.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And the catch made by Hilton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. This is Carson. And he loses the football a second time. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to hit you all.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
59. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Prescott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Prescott to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target there was Jason Kroom, but it's going to be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Johnson. 82 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him?
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. Here we go, 26.
Now Prescott. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Hopkins with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watson on 1st down. Buying time to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Where's 52?
A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Watch out for Hill on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
All day, all day. Hey, alert 3.
Here we go, kill.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check.
To throw is Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He may try and run, but I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now Watson. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Now, they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott now. Enunwa's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Draw play. This is Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's able to find Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over them. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will swell by one more.
56, Saints 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Throwing now. Watson. Complete to Hilton. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 43 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
63, Saints 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They run again with Carson, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's our time. It's our time.
And they will take a knee here.
Walks in on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 31-yard line. Tonight, final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.